Stream now. All right, so it's not bright enough. Here, let's go back to imaging real quick. Take a picture, see how bad it is. Okay, that's not bad. Let me go someplace where it's maybe a little bit busier in the sky, a little bit higher up. So let me go over towards M3, right there. Just want to get this thing sharply focused. Then I'll do a quick little alignment to make sure things point kind of in the right direction. And then I'll start the autofocus process. We'll do it again here, see if we can get better results. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. Don't need that. All right. All right, and then once it's in focus, I'm going to do a quick model. So let's do that. Generate a couple of base points thrown in there for good measure. And generate. Oh, I did already. Dang it. All right, we'll do that in a bit. And then also I wanted to let's see if we get some music going. So 1 second, guys. I'll get some music, background music. We'll do some chill. There we go. And then I want to, what was the other thing I was going to put up on here? Yeah, that could very well be the truth here. Let me see what we have. Well, the actual problem is I think I am doing this with too small. Here, let me see here. Hang on. Let me think about this for a second. We're going to do... Options, autofocus. This is what we got to work on right here. Okay. Autofocus step size. Yeah, we need to reduce this down to like maybe 75. Default autofocus exposure time, 10 seconds. That's fine. That's right. It's fine. Oh, this is way wrong. So let's do like 40. There. Maybe that'll help now. There we go. See if that helps. No, this is actually all free stuff that I've downloaded. Close this window. It's not really that dark out right now, so it's having a hard time seeing stars enough to actually focus on anything. So I was going to run through an autofocus routine, but it seems to be a little bit challenging. And I had some of the parameters for a different telescope on there, so that's kind of my fault. Yeah, this is called Nina. This what you're seeing right now, and it's doing autofocus. It backs out the focus a little bit. So if we go back over here, you can see the stars. Like here's where my cursor is. You can see a couple of them. So what it's going to do is it racks the focuser out, makes them come out of focus, and then it measures the half flux diameter of each of the stars, and then it goes in a little bit, in a little bit, in a little bit until it's the lowest number. And then it passes through that low number and it goes further and further and further out, or the other way, till the number gets big again. And what that does is it creates a V, where the bottom of the V is the sharpest point. So it takes 2 exposures per point and it'll start focusing. But I have to get this dialed in so that it will do a better job. I could increase the exposure because I have a narrowband filter on there, which makes it very difficult to expose compared to normal. But you can see it's done 3 points. That point was at 2 points, what we're going to call it, 2.88 or something, 89. This one down here was at we'll call it 2.5 something. And now it's kind of going the other way. So once it does more points, you'll get a curve. And then it'll ascertain where the sharpest point is. Well, yeah, the entry level telescopes end up being garage sale telescopes, to be honest. You pretty much have to invest. You're welcome. Once I get this all in focus, we're gonna do a tour. Let me turn this light off right here. I'll be back. It's really annoying where it is. All right, while I was up, I got a drink too. All right, where are we at here? Is it done? Is it getting close? What's happening? Nope, still going. Okay. So you can see where it started over here, and then it kind of went down, then it went back up. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, I got to check out the images, what they look like there. Honestly, I probably should make the step size be a little bit bigger and maybe do like a 1 second Backlash compensation method overshoot. Use filter offsets, don't need them. Three steps at 100, so that's 300. Maybe you can make this 4. Use brightest stars. Binning is set for 2. It should not even be doing that. Okay. But it does have a curve. It's not a very good one. That one point right here is obviously an error. It's just one right here. Half flux ratio of 1.96. And this is all because I'm using narrowband filters. I have to such long exposure times. There, it's finally getting dark enough. California time. It's like 8:46 right now. It's finally starting to get a little bit dark. I think it's done. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so it's guessed that that's about the best we're going to do. All right, let me go ahead and run this real quick and see. Well, actually, let me go to profiles and let me change exposure time to 15 seconds. Update. Close. I don't want to do this many, so let's do, because that's 57 points. So let's do like 5 and 5. $35 should be good. Run. Base points should not be in the model run, but none are defined. Mount is not connected. Okay. This will take a bit. Hopefully it works. We'll see. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once was not my favorite movie. It was okay for the most part, but there was some really weirdness to it. I didn't really care for some of the comedy in it. Didn't really land with me. So let me see about something real quick. There, I put a ticker along the bottom, answer some questions that might come up later. Looks like it's plate solving just fine, so that's good to know. Okay, as soon as this is done doing its thing here, I shall be able to point at things. Oops. So right now what it's doing is it's modeling the night sky. So it's going around to different places. It's taking images. It then takes an image there and it plate solves it. It has a star database, which it compares to what it sees. And then it determines if there's an error. And the error is then offset compared to where it thinks it should be. And then it's calculated within the mount to determine, well, pointing error. And once you've done a number of points, in this case, I'm going to do, what does it say, 38 points, which is, I can do up to 100 points. It then corrects for any flexure or any other problems with the optical train or anything else that might cause error, so that when I tell it to go point, for example, at the moon, it's going to be pointing right dead center of the moon. If I want to point right at a specific crater on the moon, it'll point exactly at that crater. It's very, very accurate. Now, this background picture is not going to update because it's actually not showing this image. It's actually going into this software right here. But as you can see, this thing right here, what it's doing is it'll check off the list as it goes. So right now we're on, let's see, we are points 5 of 38 with a estimated time of 25 minutes until it's done. So just zooming along to each one. You can see a little X up there as it's going along to different ones. Shows where the telescope is pointed. And then down here on the log, you can see that it's exposing, and you can see down here on the bottom left that it's exposing 15 seconds. Make sure that it can see enough stars because of the narrowband filter. And then it uses ASTAP, which is a plate solving software. Does it in the background. It finds it, and it tells you the error. So you can see the error here, position angle, polar align error. I can't pronounce this word, orthogonality, whatever it is. And then the root mean square of the error. So right now it's 11.1 arc seconds. Considering the moon is 30 arc seconds in width, it's under the width. It's less than half the width of a moon currently. Now, as it continues to build more model points, we're only on 0.7 to 38. That number should fall. You'll see it. See that right now, that's 6.1 arc seconds. See, so it'll continue to fall further and further and further until it comes down to probably under, I'm guessing it'll be under 5 arc seconds. Now, if I did a 100-point model, it'll be about 3 arc seconds, which is the standard for this mount of the pointing error with the model. Now, what the other thing that the model does, which is really interesting, is that it calculates the error in tracking. So when the mount is following a specific object and you're imaging it, and let's say you're doing a 20-minute exposure, well, there's going to be certain error involved in that. And so the stars would become out of round because the mount is moving. Maybe there is an error in some kind, or there's something going on. So when you do a model, it predicts all those errors and it actually eliminates them. Now, this mount specifically has absolute encoders, which means that it's pretty much doesn't have any native periodic error. That means that when it's tracking a star across the sky, it's pretty damn accurate. Now, there are things that affect it, like humidity, barometric pressure, what time of day it is, if the clock is perfect or not. If it's off by 1/10 of a second or something, that might make the mount think that the star should be exactly here when it's actually not right there. So there's little things like that that could cause stars to be out of round, so to speak. Also, like I said, if your optical train, if there's a mirror flapping around, if there's flexure because of the weight, if it's and a lot of things. Wind can cause problems sometimes, but that's what guiding is for. That fixes those for the most part. And guiding, of course, for anyone watching this that doesn't know, is when you have a second telescope or you have a pick-off prism that redirects some of the light into a second camera that actually centers the star and keeps it centered. Its only job is to keep that star centered, and by centering that star live all the time, nudging them out whichever way it needs to go, it makes sure that the primary camera, when the shutter is open, taking a long exposure, that it doesn't become out of round. So that's the whole idea there. So now we're down to 5.5 on that. All right, with that, I think I can go look for what we're going to do later. Oh, you can actually see the mount. That's the brown thing right here. It's listed as 10 micron. When it moves around, you'll see it stop, take a picture, then go someplace else. So usually I like to look over on the east because, of course, the west, even right now, it's showing from my location. You see the light dome coming from the setting sun. It's not quite dark yet. And what is it? Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock here, and it's still not quite dark. It still has this little white bubble. So over on the west is not ideal. Over on the east, you see that we have the Milky Way Galaxy, which is all of this. So that's coming up. We got the bright moon though, and that is a problem. That's why I put the narrowband filter on today, is because it can block a lot of the light out. So I want to stay away from there. We have the Sombrero Galaxy we can go take a picture of later. So if we zoom in on the Sombrero, we can kind of see what the Sombrero looks like. It's one of my favorite galaxies because it's kind of an edge-on galaxy. And of course, you can see the dust here from the, all the stuff in the galaxy is blocking some of the light coming through. So you can see the back side of the galaxy going around, and then the front side is blocking light. So and there's, of course, the main star in the center of the galaxy is where all the glow comes from. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite galaxies. So that's edge-on galaxy, and then you have, let's see, let's zoom out a little bit here, and we'll get some other ones that are, I think north. There was one I was looking at. Oh, the Bode's Galaxy and the Cigar Galaxy. Again, they might be too low. They might be behind some palm trees, but we'll see later. Look at those. Those are beautiful. So yeah, I've imaged this one quite a few times. Just a gorgeous galaxy. And then we have the Cigar Galaxy, which has this stuff like coming off the bottom and top of it. It's so amazing. There was actually a supernova in here quite a while ago that was caught live. This was several years back. There was a live stream show that was every week with Fraser Kane, and they were talking about how cool it would be if there was a supernova while they were doing it, and they happened to be pointing at that galaxy. And what they didn't know is that they actually had captured a supernova in their video and didn't even know it. It's kind of neat. So obviously you can't really zoom in as much as you would think because of here. Actually, let me see. Let me see if I have Sky X up. What if I have I might not, but if I have the frame size here, we're 15 to 38 right now. All right, so this is the Sky X. This is a paid program. This is quite expensive. I've had this for a decade or so. Let's see. I want display, field of view indicators. Let's see what I have. These are Celestrons. Okay, equipment. Telescopes. Update from web, just real quick. Okay, telescopes. All right, so it's a Tech 140, so we're going to go down to T. Right there. 140. Add. Okay. And then detectors, which is camera. Let's see, QHY. Well, it's not the M version. That's monochrome, but it has the same sensor size, so it's fine. And then, let's see. Wonder if eyepieces would allow me to put a... Probably not. Other? Probably not. So I'm going to have to just edit it. Okay, so I'm going to add it. I'm going to edit my telescope. Oh, it says F7. Okay, that's fine. All right, create my field of view. I'm going to do that one. There. Okay, so remember I was talking about Bode's Nebula and whatnot. So if I move this over there and we zoom in, you can see the purple would be the field of view of the telescope. So we can get both of those in one shot. Let's see what else. But like the Owl Nebula there, which is that green one. I'll put it right in the middle. You see how small it would be compared to the image? It'd be like you'd barely see it. There it is. See, there's the Owl Nebula. So if I zoomed out, it would just be like a little thing in the middle. You'd barely see it. That's why you need a longer focal length. There's the Black Eye Galaxy. Let's see, is it this one? Let's see. I want... Find center. Yeah, there's the Black Eye Galaxy. But again, look at the purple once we zoom out. See, that'd be a very small galaxy. But we'll find some stuff, because really with this filter, I'm going to be about the nebula. So let's go back real quick to Stellarium. Just because, if no other reason, it's easier to see what we're doing. Go to the east. And with the Milky Way rising right now, we're going to end up with a bunch of cool stuff. We could do some galaxies. We'll just have to expose a little longer. But like, this is the North American Nebula. This is the Gulf of Mexico down here. This is like the Baja Peninsula and all that. This is Mexico down here. This is California, Alaska. We cut the border from Canada right across like this. Then you have like Florida coming down. This would be the Atlantic Ocean over here, Pacific over here. And then you have, let's see, we have lots of nebulosity over here. We can check out. Where's the Crescent Nebula? It was like right here. Yeah, right here is the Eastern Veil Nebula. The Veil. This was once a star, like right in the middle somewhere that exploded, and all this is the debris and dust that's going away from it. It's like an expanding bubble that does like this. Which is most of the nebulas that you see. Do I have field of view? Which one's that? Which was this one? Which sensor am I using? Okay, that's wrong. I don't want that one. Telescope Tech 140. Yes. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so now we have a field of view indicator on this. All right, I forgot that I set them up. But like, look at the moon. The moon will be, see what I mean about the field of view? I would get all the sides of the moon as well. Southern Pinwheel Galaxy is a very nice galaxy. We could probably see that pretty well. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. I took a long nap, so I'm going to be up late. I did a show earlier with Renaissance Nerd. We did our sci-fi and... No, we did our roundtable today. And as soon as we were done, I crashed. I slept all the way till about 6:30, 7 o'clock. All right, where are we at on our thing here? $25 of 38. We're getting close. I don't see any... Oh, there's one that missed. This one over here on the right side, that red thing, that was a fail to solve. That's probably because of a palm tree or who the hell knows. Something. Let's go back over here to this, and I will... The Whirlpool Galaxy, very, very famous. Messier 51. This is one of my favorites because this is actually two galaxies. The one here on the bottom. Let me see if I can get the center here. Actually, I saw the wrong button. Where's center? There, the center. So the one here on the bottom is being leached off by the one on the top. So this one's spinning. And this, you know, you can see like this one encroaches into this galaxy. And this one is basically being absorbed into this one. And there's actually a little galaxy here as well that's... Yeah. The Sunflower Galaxy is another one of my favorites. It's a beautiful galaxy. Well, it's interesting. I believe, if I remember correctly, the galaxies actually they go opposite way that you think they do. In other words, if we go back over here to the Whirlpool, so you think because of what we know that it's spinning like counterclockwise right now, and then these are all just trailed out. If I remember correctly, it's actually the opposite. Let me look it up real quick because I don't want to be wrong about this. So. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, so this one is going wrong way. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so this one is actually spiraling against the trails of the arms. This one is actually doing it the correct way. I was wrong. It is actually spiraling counterclockwise. But this one's weird. This weirdo one here. NGC 4622 is spinning the wrong direction. It's interesting. Okay. That's probably where I got that information from. And of course, it all depends on the orientation of you versus the galaxy. But yeah, okay. So yeah, that one does spin counterclockwise. We're getting close though. What do we got down here? This was yes. Okay, we'll check out some of these galaxies in a little while. Bode's Galaxy. Let's see if we can get this to center. Oh, which one's this one? Starlink. And here's another Starlink, I bet. Watch. Starlink. You see this business? You guys have Elon Musk to think about this. Look. Starlink. Starlink. That one's going to go right. That would go right through my image if I was imaging that. See all these guys? Starlink. So all you Elon Musk fanboys, look at that. You guys see all these coming across? Look at this. Starlink. That one right through my image. Starlink. 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 Another one. Yeah, he's destroyed the night sky. Absolutely destroyed it. So people can have their internet. Sore subject for me. All right, I'm going to check out the interwebs for a second while I'm waiting. Let me turn the sound down a little bit. I don't know how loud it is from you guys' perspective, but I could turn it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Excellent. How close are we getting here? We got 3 minutes left. All right, I'm gonna go refresh my drink. I'll be back, guys. Just hang in there. I'll pop that back up so you guys can at least have something pretty to look at. I'll be back. Get some light in here. Where is my flashlight? Yeah. Go. Oh. Get out of here. Go, 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 go play. Okay, got a little bit of light. Let me see if I can get the other one. Both the cables fell down behind the computer. Get out of here, Charlie. Go. Oh, I don't know why I bother. All right, where are we at? Okay, this should be the last one. 0.38 of 38. Now it's higher than I thought it would be. 8.4. That means I have some stuff to lighten up a little bit, or to tighten up, I mean. All right, well, we're done. Close, close. Now we can go do something fun. All right, so first up, let's go look at the moon real quick. And well, first of all, let me do this. Let me disconnect the camera from this specific app. Then I will connect it through SharpCap. Takes a bit to open this camera. There we go. There's the moon. And then we have to... There. And if I were to do crosshairs, for example, there's what we got from doing all that. All right, so I'm going to, oops, crosshairs. No, I don't want crosshairs, no reticle. There we go. So I'm gonna go a little bit brighter. What am I at here? Let's try 1 out of 60 or 1/60th of a second. That's a little better. But again, we have a narrowband filter, so it's a little bit rougher. 1/30th of a second. There we go. And then I will zoom in a teeny bit here. So let's do, let's see, right now it's auto. What does it say? Is it actually going to tell me here what it is? Let's try 50%. Okay, let's do 75%. See some, is it clouds or is it part of the leaves of the neighbor's palm tree? I guess the leaves of the neighbor's palm tree is that stuff you see making the shadows. So let's go ahead and do 100%. That's a little bit off on focus because it's not it's focused on stars, not the moon. So I would have to adjust that like live, which I'm not excited about doing. But there's the moon. But while the moon's there, while we're looking at the moon, I will pull something else up, and I will go hunting for something fun. Get away from the moon and its light. We're going to go someplace darker. Eagle Nebula is too low. Those are all too low at this point of the night. Catside Nebula. We could try Catside Nebula. Let's find out. Okay, we have arrived. Give it a couple seconds to settle. And then I'm going to crank this up. LX mode here. I'm going to crank this up to a 2-minute exposure. Bottom right-hand corner, you guys can't see probably. Let me see here. Let me see what you see. Yeah, my picture's in the way. So let me do... Yeah, bottom right-hand corner. Where my mouse is, down here, you can see the frame. The green bar is going to fill up. That will be full when it's done here. We'll see what we see. All right, 25 seconds. All right, so this is what we're going to be looking at here. You see the, the field of view, the red. If we zoom in quite a bit, that's the Catside Galaxy. Gonna be kind of small, but we'll see what we can see. Well, okay. Apparently it wasn't ready. Let's try the next one instead. See all the star trails? That means it wasn't. Let me see. Well, actually, let me see. Oh, you know what? Okay, I know what happened. It's still stuck on. Yep. You see this symbol up here where it's like a comet? That means it's tracking at a custom tracking rate. That was my fault. Totally my fault. So it was tracking at the wrong speed. This next one's going to be bad too, so I might as well go ahead and change it. We'll start over. God dang it. I'm sorry, guys. This big bright one in the middle is probably it. And also, it looks like I need to turn the cooler on for the camera as well. So let's see if we have thermal controls. Cooler power auto. Okay. Let's go like to -5. Auto stretch. Oh no, there it is. I think that's it right there. Let's go back to this again. All right, so if that's the cat's eye, what star? Oh, there. See that star right here, guys? That one right there. Magnitude 9.75, color index 0.48. That's what that is. See that star right there? That's that star. So right below it, right here, right there, that's the cat's eye. So let's wait for this one to go. The reason the tracking didn't automatically change back to SID rail or side rail was that I used this software to do it. So all the mount knows is go to this coordinates. It doesn't know what we're tracking. If I had done it through here, like if I would have typed in, let's see, NGC 6543, then it would have automatically changed it. So that's my fault. All right, here we go. Move this off to the side. It is right there, but it's not very good. Okay, so if we can do live stacking, let's see how that goes. Tools, live stack. Okay, obviously we're gonna align frames. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go find something else. Because of that bright star, we're not gonna get much data out of it, and it is a small object. Let's go find something big. Let's go find something big to look at. Let's go to the Pinwheel Galaxy. Right? Let's go to the Pinwheel. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the Pinwheel. So the Pinwheel is NGC 5457. So for example, if I came over here and I go right there and I go 5457 and I hit enter and then enter again to confirm, it's gonna zoom over there. It has to probably do a meridian flip, so it's going a different way. Then I'm going to turn this down to, instead of 3 minutes, I'm going to do like 60 seconds. And then I have live stack on. Clear. Okay. Live stack reset. Then on the zoom, I'm going to do auto for now. We'll see what we see. I have a camera and some software that's really easy to use to do this, but I don't like the camera as much. It's not as sensitive. All right, here's our first one. Man, what's it pointed at? It's a point at a tree? I mean, I can see it, but it's like it's pointing at something. Okay. I'm not winning today, am I? I'm starving, first of all. Okay, there's east. Let's go up. I mean, I guess I could... Now, it's high enough. It should be clear. Let me go actually physically look at it and see what it looks like. I'll be back. You guys take it easy for a second. Refill my drink water. Okay. Here's what I know. It is pointed straight up in the clear blue sky. So I'm not sure why it's banding as bad as it is. So what I'm going to do, frames ignored 2, frames stacked 1. Why is it? Frames ignored 3. Why is it ignoring frames? I don't know. Well, anyways, what I'm going to do. So this is a filter. It's just a regular light pollution filter. It's nothing special. It's not a narrow band or anything else. So I'm going to go and swap this out. This will bring a ton more light into our frame. So we'll see what happens. And then we'll see if we can get something good. Because as I said, this is a narrow band filter, which means it cuts off all the natural light. It's really for nebula. So if I were to stop what we're doing right now and I were to go just find a nebula, and that's the problem, is like there isn't any up this early because you could see they're all down here. So like, see this one right here? We have like the North American Nebula and all that. That's what this filter is for. Okay. So if I do this, it is... I mean, I could try it really quick. And we could try it. Just to see what we can get. But look at that right there. There's another one of those Starlinks that wants to cut right through there, right? Nope, that's HuskySat. NORAD. Okay. All right, well, I think NORAD's kind of important, so we can be okay with that. But here, let me move it off a little bit. Let's try to get a little bit of both of this. Let's go like over here. Let's do this. And then I'll slew the current object, slew. We'll kill this. Pause. Because it's slewing over there, so where's the thing? There it is. All right, so it's there now. And then we'll do 60 seconds is probably okay. So align frames, when I check the box, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to align the stars. So like if one star, like if there's a little bit of difference, warning, last have not been stacked because live stack is paused. Right, so clear, unpause, like resume. Okay, resume. All right, we'll see how that comes out. But then I will go and I'll swap out this filter so that it is going to get more light. It's just that for narrowband, it's not really going to be very much help. Anyone who's not subscribed to me, please do so. I'm trying to get to the next tier. If you have time to do that, would appreciate it. Actually, I've been meaning to try something. Let me see if I can get OBS. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to mess with all this tonight. Yeah, this is, see how, okay, so I want to show you guys what happens. We'll go to 100%. So do you see how the stars all look like they're Tic Tacs? They're like side to side, they're weird. That's because it's actually looking through, like it's got something blocking the camera like that. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's something in the way. And so the edges of those things, I have my light on still. The edges of those things are causing little diffraction spikes. So that's why the stars are ugly. So it's right into the palm tree that I thought. I knew it was low. Let me go ahead and swap this out. We'll go back and look at some galaxies. And the moon. We're gonna do the moon as well. Okay, we're back. I changed the filter. That's why it's so bright, is probably from the flashlight. Let's see what we got here. 60 seconds. Here, let's where'd I go? Let me see. Where is this? Yeah, it's right at the palm tree. Right at the palm tree. Let's go do a globular cluster real quick. All right, that's a globular cluster. We'll go over there and say hi. Those are fun. And it's high enough in the sky that we're going to avoid. Okay. I'm going to turn off live. I'm going to pause live stacking, actually clear live stack. Then I will do not 60 seconds, but maybe 15 seconds. What is, so this is, it's still not high enough in the sky. It's still right into a palm tree or something. Well, we can at least look at the globular cluster though. Let's at least zoom in a little bit here. All of the red and blue and green pixels that you see that are bright are not stars. It's just, it's noise in the camera. I thought I turned thermal controls down quite a bit. Let's see if we can go -10. To help with the noise a little bit. And then we'll keep There's clear. Reset. Okay. Auto stretch. There we go. All right, frame stack 2. Go back a little bit so it's so I am using remote desktop. If you guys are curious how I'm connected to the telescope and all that. I have a little computer that's out actually attached to the top of the telescope where all the cameras and stuff are plugged into, and I'm using, well, you can see the top. You can see the remote desktop thing there. All right, so that is M92, which is a globular cluster. Let's learn about it a little bit here. Magnitude 6.40. We can open up digital sky survey. We can turn that on. That'll make everything prettier. Give it a second to get cleared up there, guys. It's a digital sky survey. It's basically a whole bunch of little images. Actually, I don't think I like it. Okay. Atmosphere. No atmosphere. Okay. Well, actually, that might be okay. All right. Let's see here. Night mode? Oh, yeah. Okay. Show settings dialog. Show constellation art. Show constellation labels. Here, let's turn on. Well, we can turn on the art. So we have the Hercules constellation and Draco. And it's really in the crotchal region of Hercules. Maybe he felt the urge to evacuate. And that's the result there. So we could turn off the art. And we just have the outlines of Hercules. And there's M92. So, of course, we could pull out the obvious stuff like what is M92 Globular Cluster. And just do the regular wiki about it, right? Learn about it real quick. Messier 92, also known as M92, is a globular cluster of stars in the northern constellation of Hercules. It was discovered by Johann Alert. I don't know how to pronounce that. Probably not pronounced by Eller or something. Bode on December 27th, 1777. It's one of the brighter of its sort and apparent magnitude of the northern hemisphere, and it is absolute magnitude in the galaxy, but it is often overlooked by amateur astronomers due to angular proximity to the bright cluster M13. Yeah, M13 is my favorite. Messier 13. So we can go back and see how we're doing. Now, how do we get rid of all the, like I said, all the blue and green and all that? Well, we have to actually add what's called darks. We have to have dark subtraction. And you get darks by covering up the telescope so that no light can get in at all. And you do a series of dark, well, you take a picture as if you're taking a picture of something, but it's just blackness. And then you subtract all of the stuff that you see, which would be all these red and blue and whatever things, from this. So let's see if there's even a thing here. So we have enhancement stuff. We have noise reduction, stacking algorithm, histogram. I don't see that this has a thing for subtracting darks. I don't see that. Pre-processing. Oh, right here. So there it is. Capture dark right there. So I'm wondering if I should just take a little pause and do that. I wonder if I should do that. Okay, so how do I stop? Let's see here. Not close camera. I haven't used SharpCat Pro in so long. Let me see if I can figure this out here. Also has binning on, which I don't like. I don't want to use binning, so I'll turn binning off. And then we'll pause when it comes back up. Clear. And I want to, essentially I want to stop this because I want to do capture a dark. So how do I make it stop? I actually don't know how. Camera. Close camera. Capture. Nope. Do this. I don't know how to do it. Capture, capture dark. Open capture folder. I don't have a dark. Oh, up here. Light frames. Dark frames. Capture. This is annoying the crap out of me right now. All right. Close camera. See, it automatically starts taking a picture. I don't know why it has to start automatically. Is it done? Okay, capture, capture dark. Then I would need to do these maybe at 60 seconds. Maybe 2 minutes. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, let's see what we can do here. Capture, is it still on? Yes, sorry. There. Capture, capture dark. Number of frames to average. Dark library. Cover the telescope. Use the new dark when capture complete. Yes. Start. All right, this is going to be a while, guys. Sorry about that. In the meantime, I'm going to go change into something else. And nothing exciting is going to happen for a bit. I'll move this over here. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something to eat. It's capturing darks. Hopefully it works. And then I won't have all the red and blue and green pixels in the camera. And I'll also reheat my coffee. And I'll be back. Go find something fun to watch on YouTube while you wait. All right. I made it back. I made it back. All right, who do we got here? Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Hey, Dave. What's happening? Good morning. Well, it still has a couple hours for me. I'm in West Coast time. So it's 10 o'clock. Costa Rica, one of the most beautiful places ever. All right. So how are we doing? We still have more to go? Yeah. We got more to go. So this is to catch people up what's going on, because you guys just got here. So I was doing M92, and there was just a lot of color modeling in the image due to the fact that it's a color camera. So I'm doing some darks with SharpCat Pro. That way I can subtract the darks from the images and it'll be a cleaner image. Okay, hope that. So it's a little bit of a pause, but you know, it's 8 a.m. there. Good. Qatar. Another beautiful, beautiful place. Doing well. Thank you very much. This is really the first night I've been able to actually do anything for quite a while. I've had very, very, very bad weather. So, bad weather for, astrophotography. Clouds, wind. We had smoke a couple days ago, or yesterday actually, because the local landfill was on fire. It's like, I'm not sure where I'm living, but I'm not sure what's going on, but we had fire. And so, yeah, we had some smoke. Let me go ahead and change the orientation of this real quick again. Put that down there, make it a little bit bigger. So, yeah, it's we're doing. I'm just glad to be able to get this thing out and set up again. I did it yesterday, spur of the moment. It's been sitting in my living room for years now, it seems. And I got a new mount coming. I just purchased a new one. It ships on the 24th. It's the 10 micron 2000 HPS. So that's exciting to have. So I should, it's coming from Italy on the 24th. So that means, I don't know, customs and all that other nonsense when it'll get here. But let's say it takes 2 weeks. So that's sometime mid-July. And then I'll take it out to my observatory out in the desert, which is, let me see. I don't think I have a cable from my iPhone. I wonder, let me try. Maybe I could email it to myself instead. Let's see here. Yeah, this is what I want to do. That's one right there. So let's do that. And then we'll do this. And then I want to maybe mail it. Then who am I mailing it to? Myself, essentially. So that one. Okay. And then do that. Empty sub. It's going to be too big. Use mail drop. I don't know what mail drop is. Is that something that works? I don't know. That must be an Apple thing. Never used it before. So if I go over here, I'll keep an eye out for it. And then I can show it to you. I'll show you my observatory. As soon as it comes in. Days after astrophotography, do you have an account someplace where you share your photos? Okay. See if I can. I do have an account with them, but it's been a while. Sign in. See, I haven't signed in so long. I don't even know which account. Okay, I don't know. I wonder what account I used. See if I can just do a search on my email. There it is. Okay. It's got to be this one. Okay, so see if I can log in. Is that going to let me in? It is going to let me in. Okay, fantastic. All right, so I'm in. I got my account on. All right, then we have Astrophotography Gallery. Let's see here. How are we doing on this? Is it getting closer? Damn it. Gosh. I should have done all this yesterday. I apologize to everybody who's camera, telescope lens, picture. Okay, let me try this again. Bright Nebula. I guess I could look for what we can look at a little bit. Pelican Nebula. And what do we got here? One, yeah, see, this is all in the AM. I know I can set minimum altitude, can't I? I haven't been here in so long. I actually do not. See, I tried to just search for you up there, but it didn't work. That's for only searching for targets. I don't know how to search for your profile, but never mind. I just really was just going to look. But what I need to find out is what the heck I can do as far as setting minimum altitude. Wonder how I do that. Oh well. There's not a lot there. Dark Nebula, Diffuse Nebula, galaxies. What time is right now? 10:15. Maybe the Black Eye Galaxy is a good one to go look at in a little bit. Galaxy clusters. Globular clusters. There's M13. We'll look at M13 in a bit. That's always a good one. Open clusters are kind of boring. No one cares. Planetary nebula. Yeah, the Dumbbell Nebula. We'll definitely check that one out. What time is it? 12:57, 12:10. Still, that's right there. So 11:35 is when I could probably get away with doing the dumbbell, which is in an hour and 10 minutes. See, this is, again, I need at least 40 degrees, so that's at 1 a.m. on that one. Supernova. Yeah, okay, so altitude 40 is about 11:52 for the Pelican. That's unfortunate. But like I said, we could check out M13. That'll be fun. We can latest astrophotography. Okay. How are we doing? One more to go. One more dark. Okay, I got my thing here. Download attachment. That's not... Yeah, this is not how this works. Wait, this is it. There we go. Download. Excellent. I can show you guys my my observatory. Although I did sell the mount that's in there, so when you look at the mount, pretend like it's a future 10 micron, because I no longer have it. All right, what are we doing on... I'm missing some chats here. Yeah, okay, we're caught up. All right, so there is... All right, we're going to come over here. So this is my observatory. If I can embiggen it a little bit for you guys. There we go. All right, I'll pause it. All right, so there's the case for my QHY 16200A camera. It's got a 7-position filter wheel. There's this box here looks like the one that I have all my kitchenware in. It's like coffee cups and stir sticks and creamer and sugar and all that. It's all in there to keep it from getting dirty. This here is the pier, this big, like sandstone looking thing there. And there is my heater. When it gets cold in the winter, I have a sleeping bag currently draped over the top of the telescope. And I have not been there in a couple months. So when I walked in, you could see the floors, everything's dirty. It's got like a layer of dust on there because of course it's out in the desert and they get dust storms. There's my refrigerator over here. I have a back door. So my observatory is one of the very few that has 2 doors, one inside, one on the outside. And, well, yeah. And then I got a little carpet laid down and I got these posters that are stuck to the walls. See all the dust? Like, see all that dust? It just gets in through every nook and cranny. I actually have to repair the doors, put new doors on because the doors were actually rotting on the bottom. They're really old. So yeah, there's the outside. It's, I don't know, what is it? 10 by 12 or something like that. 10 by 10, whatever it is. And, it's got a roll-off roof. So we're just going back in now. Pretending like I'm going in for the first time because I realized that I didn't really show the outside. And there, again, you can see the dust. The chair's all dusty. The table, the desk is all dusty. And the red screen here, for those of you that don't know, when you're out in the doing like a star party weekend where you have other people, if they, okay, so for anyone who might be watching this in the future that you might not know. So it takes about an hour for an adult, especially an older adult, for their eyes to adapt to the dark, right? For their pupils to get as big as possible. And up until then, they have a very difficult time picking out very faint objects when they actually look through an eyepiece of a telescope and try to see something out in the space. So if you open a car door, if you light a cigarette, if you pretty much do anything where light hits the retina, it goes boom, like an instant, the pupil shrinks down again, and it takes another hour for it to get back to where you can actually see some things well enough. So one of the ways that you minimize the problem, of course, especially when you're using modern day electronics like computers, etc., is you use red lights. Red lights still will affect the person, but really you have to shine it right in their eyes. If it's just a red glow like off in the distance somewhere, it typically doesn't hurt anybody. So on computer monitors, especially when you are opening a door to go to the restroom or something, so you open your door to your observatory, anybody that happens to be walking past, anyone in direct line of sight out the door, their night vision is gone. It's gone. It's destroyed. So you put the red plastic over the front of the monitor, and that, of course, dims very low light, and then also turns it all red. And red, the wavelength of red light is minimal. All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm finished with this. Okay, I'll come back to this. But I think I'm done. Yep, captured 11 frames. Ready. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go take the lens cap off. I'll be back. All right, so one of the reasons earlier why I had a red light, I had a narrowband filter on was because all the light pollution. I went out there, like every neighbor, it's, 1023? Every single one of my neighbors seems to be out and doing stuff. So let's turn this back down. We want to do like maybe a 15-second. And start capture. No, I don't want to do that kind of start capture. I just wanted to make the camera go. Live stack. Okay. There we go. All right. And we will have auto stretch turn on in just a moment here. But I can go back while we're doing that. Let's get the first one going here first, and then. Am I not pointed at anything anymore? Hold on. I should be. There it is. Okay. Auto stretch. How about this one? Well, this is obviously completely incorrect. That's just dumb, but all right, let's go to a little longer then. All right, we could go back to this while I'm doing this. We'll talk a bit more about this. All right. Anyway, so computer underneath my desk. I need to go back and re-clean all this as well. That it's ridiculous. So this orange box is a cell phone amplifier, so that it boosts the signal for your cellular. It allows me to connect to the internet through my phone, using it as a hotspot for my computer. And then, of course, the garage door that opens the... What I'm pointing at right there is right here is a hole for the chain to go for the garage door, and that's where so much dust comes in as well. And then there's a... Like, right along the lines here, there's a whole bunch of spots where you can see daylight. Yeah, like, see right here. You can see daylight through there. So keep the scope covered, and you know, my little air conditioner on the side there to keep the place cool at night, or well during the day actually. Close the roof and turn the air on and let it freeze you. But in the summer, it can't really keep up. That's one of the drawbacks. Oh, and then that right. Hold on. I'm sorry for all I'm making everybody seasick here. Hang on. I'm going backwards a little bit. Here we go. And I want to stop right there. So this is bug netting. So this little frame I made, I can lift it up and I can connect it to like this cross post. And then I can drape it over the bed, and that keeps flying insects from... Because I'll sleep in there while the roof is off when I'm imaging at night. You know? Once I get everything going, and then I just take a nap, go to sleep. Got otter pops and some frozen stuff in there, which I needed to throw away because I think they're all expired now. It's like I said, it's been several months since I've been there. And of course, some creamer for my coffee that I have to get out of there because, oh man. Oh yeah, then some books. When I took the thing off, I got my 11-inch Celestron Edge HD. And then there's my QHY camera. And then that's an Astrophysics Mach 2 GTO, which I've sold, so that's no longer going to be there. And unfortunately, this little green thing on the bottom here, this was it's a GPS and weather station that connects to the mount and allows it to get accurate GPS coordinates, time, and also current barometer, temperature, all that kind of stuff. And when I don't know how this happened, but if you look carefully, you can see that this little USB cable right here is just hanging there. Something I did, and I didn't notice that it happened, but it actually broke off the USB, the little mini USB connector that's right next to this little telephone jack looking thing. It's supposed to be soldered to the board, and it's broken off. It's actually still connected to the USB cable there. And I didn't notice that. And I was wondering why it wasn't working. And then I figured it out. And then that was one of the times I was just like, okay, I'm going home. And I threw covers over everything, you know, loaded myself up in the car, a couple of things I wanted to bring home, and then came home. And so when I go back, I have to replace that with a new one. And that's really unfortunate. But, yeah. So skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, my it's a focuser. Pegasus Astro Focus Cube 2.0. And that's where I spend new moon weekends. But after substantial cleaning. Okay, what is going on with this color thing right now? Why is this giving me an issue? Can I drag the blue down a little bit? What is happening here? I don't know why the histogram, you know, I don't know. It's freaking annoying the crap out of me. Getting frustrated with all this. Getting very frustrated. Okay, where's my... Okay, I'm gonna have to just stop it. I don't know. Okay, so pause, clear. Let's go find something else to look at. We can go up to, where's M13? Right next to it. All right, M13 is my favorite. So let's see what we got. Yeah, that's not working. All right, let me go ahead and close this out. I'm going to go back to Nina. Where is Nina? Right there. It's already open down here. Connect the camera. And I'll show you that when you actually do a good job, when you actually have something worth having, imaging, take a 30-second photo. See the difference? It actually works. But I'm not getting live stacking with this. That's the problem. And I'm not getting dark subtraction with this either. So there it is. All right, guys, there is, go ahead and zoom in a little bit. There is M13. It's a globular cluster in Hercules. I'll bring over this thing again. So if we open up the art again, you can see where it is, right on his hip there, looks like. So what is a globular cluster? Well, it's actually just a group of stars. It's not a galaxy, but it is a clump of stars. As if you took a handful of sugar and dropped it on the countertop. You'll have a pile in the middle, and then it kind of spreads out, and it's just one of those really interesting things. And they are all gravitationally attracted to each other. And there's many globular clusters out there. If I bring this back, we'll turn this off. M92, which is the one we were just at recently that we had a really hard time getting it to actually look good on Sharp Cap because of the way Sharp. Okay, so let me say this again. Okay, let me say this again. This software right here, ASI Studio, only works with a different camera that I have, which I do like the camera quite a bit. It has really great histogram stretches. It has really great color balance, and it has really great live stacking ability. Unfortunately, it only works with ASI cameras. So I would have to, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because this is a waste of my time. So I would have to swap the camera out, and maybe I might do that tomorrow. But tomorrow I have a live stream, so not for astronomy. So there is, okay, so there is M92. You can see it's not as big, but they're both quite interesting. Okay, so we can go on now to something else. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow or not, but I will try. Okay, so let's see where Catside Nebula is now. Let's see, it is, I have a hard time reading this. It says 33 degrees latitude. Altitude 23 degrees. That is kind of low. I think that's right where that says north. Yeah, I think it's right where that palm tree is, but we could try it really quick again. You guys remember before when we looked at the cat's eye, it had that really bright star right next to it. Remember that? Right there. So it's very difficult, but let's go ahead and see. Let's just see what happens. Why not? It's like, you know, what is that one? What is it? What is it? Click it, click it, click it. I can't click it. I can't click it. It's too fast. Here, hang on. Resource Sat 2A. International. Okay. I gotta always figure out who is screwing with me. I'm using Stellarium, which is free planetarium software. It's not even the current one. So I don't think it is. All right, we'll go back here. We'll go to imaging. And we'll take a 60-second. We'll see how that does. Then we'll go back and we'll wait for the image to pop up. Mouse scroll wheel zoom is working great on this. So again, another reason why I would want to use this. But you might see that there's red over here on this side. That's due to the filter. But I did go use my airbrush and a canister of air, and I blew all the dust motes off. Man, there were so many the other night. Last night when I was testing it, there was just so many dust motes. All right. It's at 85% exposure. 90. Bottom left-hand corner, you guys can't see it because I got my scroll going along the bottom, but it's 100%. All right, it's deburying the image. We'll see what we can see. All right, so there's that bright star. Yeah, it's too small and it's too bright. So I was right. So we're not going to see anything. So let's go look at maybe some galaxy or something, huh? So we're going to go, let's see, there's the moon. We can look at the moon in a little bit. M3, that's another globular cluster. We can go over there real quick and see what M3 looks like. I wonder what the shortcut is to slew to current object. Move a telescope to a certain control O. Let me try it in a second, see if it works. Like if I click on something and hit control O, will it slew over there or not? And then we'll look at Bode's Galaxy, which is coming up. It's still not very high. And it is northwest, though. I do have trees in the way. So I don't have high hopes. Okay, so we're going to go to imaging. And I did 60 seconds on this one. So we'll go ahead and do 60 seconds again. Come back over here. Now, this thing has an ability. It's actually a plugin that lets you send this to PixInsight, which is a piece of software that I have for live stacking. Which means I take darks, flats, bias, all these different things, and then do it. But I don't have, this little computer can't handle PixInsight on its own. So if I'm doing live astronomy on a full moon weekend, like I am right now, it is not a good idea to try to put PixInsight on that little computer. It'll choke it. So that means I have to offload all the pictures from here to my home computer. Fair enough. I can make a virtual drive on my normal PC, and then I can tell the software to save to that virtual drive, so it'll actually send the files through the internet. Again, not a big deal. And then I could do this all locally. However, I have actually never even attempted to do that. So let me see if I could work this out. F is filling up. I know that. Let me see if I can just mess around with it a little bit. I'm not going to have it tonight, so nothing's going to happen tonight. But my D drive is not full. So let me see. Like create a filter, and then put live stack images. Then Oh, this is a we're already here. M2, I forgot. Okay. Let's do like a 15-second then. Forgot what I was doing. Yeah, I'll set all this up another time. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that's M2. Okay. Or M3. I'm sorry, M3. Magnitude 6.20. Reduced to 6.34 by the air mass. I don't think I could see. I really don't think I could see. I think it's too low. First, let me try Control O. Control 0. Is it Control O or Control 0? Okay, that's that. Okay, Control O. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, Control. Is it gonna slew anything? It is. Okay, so Control 1. There you go. Control 1. That's what I needed. All right, again, I think this is going to fail. I don't think we're going to have success here because of trees and whatnot, but I'll do 60-second exposure. We'll see what we can see. I need to watch a video on how to set it up, but then it would be flagged because it's going to be something that will come through the desktop audio, and then it will be me watching YouTube videos, and nobody wants that to happen. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We will wait for Bode's Galaxy to come up. And what is Bode's Galaxy? It's also NGC 3031, the Great Spiral Galaxy. M81. M81 is what I know it as. M81, M82. This is M82 over here. M82. And the M is designation of Charles Messier, who was an astronomer back about the time I was born. Charles Messier, a French astronomer. See, about the time I was born, 1730. It's almost his birthday. He found 110 things up in the sky. And so they're designated M1 through M110. Yeah, you see this orange, big orange, that this is a tree, this is something. You can see the Cigar Galaxy over here on the left, and that would be, see if I can pull up my thing here. We zoom in, that's this one over here. It's not oriented the same as my camera. It's opposite, but there, this is called the Cigar Galaxy. M82. That's this one. And then this one's M81, but we have issues here with things that are blocking some of the light. Okay. So if we were to do a live stack on a clear night without an obstruction, it would probably take maybe 30 or 40 images, and we would start to see, you can kind of actually see them. Let me look at the broadcast and see what you can see. So let me zoom in. Maybe that's making it worse. It's making it more difficult to see. Hold on. Maybe right there. So so you could see a little arm coming down here. And you can see a little arm going like this. And you can see a little bit up here. So there's a little bit of a spiral structure if you look really careful. And if we go back to the image that I showed you a second ago, and you realize that we're opposite, right? So the cigar's over there, whatever. But if we zoom in, you can see the spiral arms coming out, right? So we can kind of see a little bit of the spiral arms. It's like basically upside down. You can see a little bit of the color red right there, which is some of that red. Again, you just have to do a long exposure, and you have to do some stacking where you reduce the noise, because all this fuzz in the background is all noise that you take off by stacking and subtracting darks from it, and subtracting bias, and put some other stuff in there. So yeah, I didn't expect to be able to see it because of the tree, but we can go find something maybe further away. The east and high is pretty open. There's M3. There's the moon. The moon is our issue tonight. It really is. The Eagle Nebula. You know, I don't know. Control 1. We'll go zip over there and we'll see. I don't have a lot of... The Dark Horse Nebula. It is not the nebula, the horse nebula you guys are thinking of. It's not the horse head. See, it's like so small that I wouldn't even be able to see it. So, yeah, it is not the nebula. It's not the Horsehead Nebula that you guys have all seen pictures of in the past. That would be adjacent to the Orion Nebula and the Flame Nebula and those kinds of things. Hello, good morning, good evening, good night. Let me know where you're coming in from. You can set Stellarium to allow an import position to framing assistant Nina directly. Okay. Yeah, I have not messed around with it. I usually, my number one is the SkyX. That's what I use. But for showing people that may have never seen any of this stuff before, I'm using Stellarium because it's really simple, easy, and it's free. So anyone who wants to download Stellarium, they can. So I don't even have Stellarium set up as my default planetarium inside of whatever. All right, so it's just barely afternoon. Welcome from Indonesia. All right, so we're gonna test to see if we can actually see the Eagle Nebula. Again, I don't have a lot of hope, but we'll see. Do a 60-second exposure. We'll see what I see. I should be able to see the Pac-Man. Well, it's not. Is it up? It's more. Is my house in the way? Are the trees in the way? That's really what it comes down to. Actually, no. The Pac-Man. I just looked it up. Let me show you. See how low it is? And this is northeast. So this is, I mean, it's possible, but very unlikely because I have, okay, obviously this is at my yard, right? But behind me to the north, I have a hill, you know, in a neighborhood, like not a natural hill, but I mean, well, it is, but I mean, it's where houses are on top of it. So like right here, about the same distance between me and that barn over there is the hill. And then on top of the hill, maybe up here, are houses. So it has to rise quite a bit. Like we could do the soul net. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there, but yeah. And I don't have my narrowband filter on either. I took it off for just a regular light pollution filter earlier. Okay, where are we at? Let's go look at the image. Yeah, you can see, and you can see, for example, well, you can see that dark spot in the. Hold on. You can see something blocking it in the bottom left, but you can also see these diffraction spikes coming off of these things. That's because it's aimed through leaves of palm trees. So when we were just looking at what was this supposed to be, the Eagle Nebula? Yeah, the Eagle Nebula. We can zoom in a little bit, see if we can actually identify the eagle, but not really. It's just too deformed by. Yeah. I mean, if you know what it is, you can tell that it's the eagle, but yeah, it needs to rise a little further. So it was just a test to see if it would work. So let me bring this back over. Let's go look at something. I need to go higher. We could look at the moon really quick, I suppose, just because it's up. Go to the moon. I'm not really excited about looking at the moon. Who cares about the moon? We see the moon every day. But let me try like 0.05 exposure. It's probably a little bit out of focus because of... Yep, it's behind the wall. See, the moon is behind my wall right now, so we're not getting anything. Fine, because to the south is my house, so my house is, you know, sticks up like this. So I'm running out of things to actually look at because of that. So my wide field of view. Let's go to the north. Let's go a little bit north. The Whirlpool Galaxy. We could go do that. Who doesn't like M51, right? We'll do M51. That should be good. It's high enough. Right next to it is the Sunflower Galaxy, and of course with the filter that I have, we should be able to do really well. I'm going to close my camera up for a second. All right, there is M51. So we are Whirlpool Galaxy. Go in here and we'll talk about what I talked about earlier about, well, first of all, how my camera is opposite of what it is, right? So you can see that it's kind of an upside down thing there. So I'm flipped. But we have there's two galaxies here, okay? But the whole thing is considered to be one group, which is M51. And the smaller galaxy's been eaten by the bigger galaxy. All right, so I have some windows open here. I got to close and see what you guys are up to over there on chat. Can I see Betelgeuse? No, I cannot. It's way below the horizon. I am in Southern California. Los Angeles time zone. All right, so I'm going to do a longer exposure on M51, okay? So I'm going to do like a 2-minute exposure. Let's do 2 minutes. We'll do 120 seconds. Hold on, 120. There we go. All right, we'll go back here. All right, and you can see what I meant about I need darks. I need them. Like, what else can I do? I mean, the background's so noisy. But I don't have any way of doing live stuff. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, I think I can. I think I can. I have an idea. Okay, hang on. I gotta remember how to use Nina. Because there's no built-in live stacking, right? There's nothing. That'd be cool if there was. But it wants me to export through the plugin. It wants me to export. Yes, he has PixInsight live stacking, which I already explained. I can't put PixInsight on this computer. So I have to have it saved to remote directory and then run PixInsight on a local computer. But I can go to the sequencer. Add new target. I can do, yeah, all this is off. Excellent, because I just want to do it right now. Target options. Center target, start guiding, rotate target. None of that stuff needs to be done. Enabled. Total number. You can do like 10. Time. Do like 120 seconds. No dithering. Oh, we could do dithering. Why not? We can do a little bit of dithering. Okay, where's it going to save? Load sequence. Okay, so save sequence. That's a save sequence. Okay. Where do I have it? Where do I have it saving stuff at? De-imaging. Okay, so it's de-imaging. Okay. So yeah, I could do that. So let's go back real quick to imaging. We'll see what we have here. So there's a 2-minute version. Okay. So I can use ASTAP for doing live stacks. And I had forgotten about that. So stack. It's going to ask me lights. It's going to ask me to browse. It's going to be my D drive. This could be imaging. And I don't have anything there yet, so we'll wait. Go back to Nina. Go back to sequencer. And hit play and see what it wants me to do. See if it's going to perhaps yell at me about something. The following potential issues have been found. Guider not connected. Yeah, I don't care about the guider. I don't need a guider. Exposing. Okay, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I have ASA live stack, right? So let me I have ASI Studio. And I have ASI Live Stack. But it, from my understanding, because I don't have an ASI camera, I have QHY camera. Okay, maybe I'll try that, because, okay, maybe I'll try that instead. Oh, there's a new version. Download now. Yeah, because I like ASI Studio quite a bit. If it works, man, I'll use it. But I assumed that I needed to have a an ASI camera for it. You kidding me? I do have an ASI camera, I just don't have it installed. I have the 294 Pro color. Okay. Dave, before you got here, I was actually using SharpCap, and the histogram stretch was so bad it was really not helpful at all. Okay, let me manually go over there. We'll check out some stuff here. This PC, imaging. Let's see what we have here. Lights. That's right now. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it works. You may have saved, but you might have saved my night. You may be my hero now. Okay, well, just that, and then so I can't. I'm gonna have to get my other glasses on and try to read this. I even have it. Yeah, see, you have. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you gotta have an ASI. You gotta have an ASI camera. So I'll just use ASTAP. And SharpCap is doing a crap job. Every time I try to use SharpCap, I hate it. Okay, so stack. Got some browse. D. Imaging. Light. Not file name. What? Hang on. Oh, live stacking. Okay. Folder. Once again. Select folder. Oh, I need it to debear. So hang on. There we go. No, I don't want it. Okay. For those of us join free. Okay. Have fun. Jesus Christ. Always something. Always something. All right, try this again. Make sure lights, darks, flats, flat darks, results, stack method, convert, auto levels, auto bear, alignment, star alignment, live stacking, go. Yeah, I'm not entirely thrilled with that either. It's like it chokes on it. So let's go ahead and close this out. Let's go. Let me go back again and try. I don't have a lot of hope for Sharp Cap, but we'll see. Honestly, it's going to be one of those things where, like, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to have to get my ASI camera out if I'm going to do this. All right, so tools. Folder monitor. That's not it, obviously. Live stack. Yeah, I really don't have time for this nonsense. I don't want to learn to do stuff that the live stack. It's like it should just have a monitor folder thing right here. But again, I hate this software. I freaking hate it. This is not what this is for. The ASI one is just so much better. Okay. All right, well, anyways, what I'm going to do now is going to go find something else to look at. So we've seen the Whirlpool Galaxy long enough. I don't have the rest of the night to screw around with learning all new software, so I'm going to move on. What do we got over here? This is where we are right now. Oh, no, this is the Pinwheel Galaxy. Where is it at in relation to the world? Yeah, it should be high enough. Let's go over to the Pinwheel. Control 1. Let's go and interrupt my sequence here. Let's stop the sequence. Let's stop it. There we go. And we'll just go back to just normal imaging here. You can see a satellite went through the picture right there. That line goes up. All right, so imaging. We'll do 122nd, and we'll see another galaxy. This one, again, is called this. What is it? The Pinwheel. And it does look like a pinwheel. So I'll bring this over. We'll zoom in. We'll give you an idea what it's supposed to look like. So obviously it's a face-on galaxy. Looks like, you know, those pinwheels that you have on the little stick that you blow in the wind and they spin around. That's exactly what that is. And while we're waiting for that to come up, which is going to be like a minute away, I'll go look for something else. We have some smaller galaxies over here. We could probably get away with that one. It's an edge on. Called the Splinter Galaxy. It's actually a really nice looking galaxy too. It's one of my favorites. Come over here. We'll go ahead and do that. But you can see my field of view. It's going to be quite small. Where are we at? We're at 55% on this one. Halfway through. All right, where are we at now? See, I would need to put my narrowband filter back on, and then normally, guys, this what I'm doing right now, where I'm taking a picture that's like 2 minutes long, that is not good. Like, it should be a 5-minute exposure, but I'm trying to speed things up so I can show you guys some things, and then at the same time, you know, move on to other targets. So it is difficult, but what we can do in this picture here, which is, again, where was it? We are over here. I'm going to zoom in. I'll bring it back over. I want to show you guys something really interesting. So here we have the Pinwheel Galaxy, which is what we have there in the middle. And you notice that NGC 5477 is over here. That's a galaxy. See this right down here? That's a galaxy. See this over here? That's a galaxy. See all these little ovals here? Those are galaxies. That's a galaxy. That's a galaxy. That's a galaxy. All these are galaxies. So, now that you know that there's galaxies to be on the lookout for, let's go back to the image, even though it's only a 2-minute image, and let's see what we can see. There's the Pinwheel Galaxy in the middle. There's one right there. There is a spiral galaxy right there that's edge on. You can see the side-to-side stuff happening. Got this over here. If we continue, like, see one, something down there. So 1, 2, 3 that I can see. But if we go to like a 5-minute image, so if I, instead of doing 120 second, if I do 300 seconds, oops. So we'll do a 5-minute. We'll go back to the image and continue to look. We will see more. Now I do have to make some changes to my imaging system because you can see the top corners. I don't know if you see, go back to see what you guys can see. Yeah, so in the top corners, you can see a little dark. It's called vignetting. And that is because there's obstructions within the path of the light inside the telescope. What that really is, it's where the filter is. The filter is too far away from the camera. And because of that, it's being the light is being restricted in the corners. This is a full frame sensor. Whereas my the camera that's out on my observatory is not a full frame sensor, and the camera that's on my ASI camera, the sensor there, is also not a full frame sensor. So I don't see these issues. So I'm really thinking about selling this camera and getting something else. On ASI, select the deep sky stacking on the right, not the live stacking. Okay, I'll go back and check it out. Deep skies. Ah, thank you. Okay. Open save file path. Imaging. Light. No, that was. That's not helping me. Start stack. Number of picks is not enough. Opens. I don't want to open. Or do I have to manually? Okay, so maybe I have to manually do it. I've never used this before. So do I just go like, what is the issue here? Oh, because it has, okay, let me rename it because of stupid software. ASTAP screws with the file names for whatever reason it deems necessary. So if I do like that, there's no button for open though. You see? Like it just says open the folder. So do I have to drag them onto here? No. Okay. I'm learning, hang on. Lights. Okay, drag and drop files and directories here. Okay, that is what I have to do. All right. And then start to stack. Aha! Got it. Excellent. Excellent. All right, let's go back to this. I should not have done anything. I clicked it. Very, very small. Look, it's a very, very small computer. It doesn't have a lot of power. It's like a 4-core processor. I think it has 8. It might have 8 megs of RAM or 8 gigs of RAM. I'm sorry. The size of a paperback book. Is it stuck? What's happening here? I think the computer crashed. I think it crashed my computer. God darn it. If it did, I'm done for the night because we're back. It's a blank screen. Okay, I guess we're okay. Although this has seemingly... Okay. It seems to be stuck on 1438. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work out. It's not making progress at all. But the files are quite big, though. But it's stuck at, like I said, 14%. And whatever the top one is 14%. The bottom says 38%. Let me put my mouse pointer right on the graph here to see if it moves. I don't think it does. Or the progress bar. Yeah, nothing's happening. I can't get it to stop. Quitting, okay. So I have a different idea that I'll try here. Oh, now it went to 42%. I think the file sizes are just too big. Let me, how do I clear them? This one? Is that clear? Yeah, clear. Okay. So we're at a different spot now. This is the pinwheel. So let me go back to sequencer and just stay in here. Let me, how do I build up a sequence of plan set of targets? Reset progress. There we go. Okay, so let me go back. Go to lights. Then I'll make a new folder. I believe that was all EM51. We can move this into here. Okay. Then hit play. All right. It will not monitor a folder. And I can put in some darks. The dark, drag and drop fits files and directories here. Okay, so let's see if I can figure out where that was. It wasn't in documents, was it? I don't know why I have all this stuff in here. Why is it on this computer? Why I have that? Camera roll? This is all stuff from doing soldering. All right, get rid of those. All right, anyway. It's so sluggish because of all this that I can't even like do anything. Like it took forever to do that. Okay. All right, I can close this too. All right, I wanted to open up SharpCap and I wanted to see where the file directory was that it stored the dark in to see if it was a fits file or what. Okay, hang on. Browse. Oh, it's a ping file. Yeah, it needed to be a fits file. Okay, that's not going to do anything for me. Okay, so I have one done out of several. Although I should have done them 3 minutes each. Okay, so we're going to go back then. Why didn't it debar it? Oh, light. That's why. Get rid of that. Yes. Light. Absolutely stupid. There we go. All right, there's one. The second one should have just dropped. Man, it chokes on 2. I have a feeling on my main PC it would be no big deal. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do something different here. So let me go ahead and stop this. Oh, it's already got the third one. I want to test and see how this works. Okay, so go here. Take that third one. So it doesn't do it automatically. Okay, that's fine. Let me stop this real quick. And then the binning here, I can do 2x2 on the binning. Make the files smaller, reset. Go back into that folder. Delete these 3. Delete these, obviously. I want to increase the time a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll be AFK for a bit. Okay. I am back. My headphones back on. And yes, this was the answer. Dave's astrophotography nails it. Yeah, so the thing that I made earlier, for some reason, did not save when I uploaded it. Why? And I don't know why. Where did it go in videos? Stars. It's 128 megabytes. Video clips, 300 megabyte, and supported formats MP4, which is what that is. So I don't understand why it didn't work. Maybe I've used up too much. Here, let's delete this one. And I can delete this one as well. Could be that I was out of room. All right, let's check the folder. We still only have one. Okay, it's processing. Okay, I figured out my problem with my background wasn't working. It was too long. It can't be over 30 seconds for an animated background. So I've remedied this to see if it works. How many do I have now? Let's see. I have 2. I'll stack when I get to 3. It's processing. Looks like it's going to work. The Pelican Nebula might be high enough now to do. There it is, background. There we go. That's the background for my stuff coming forward here. All right. So let me go ahead and put this back to here. Okay. We have 3. I'm going to dump the 3 in there. We'll see if it's a little faster since I'm binning 2 by 2. Yeah. And you begin to see what I meant about the vignetting, how I need to work on my imaging train. That's ridiculous. Or get a, sorry, I'm eating a burrito. Or get a smaller camera, which is really what I need to do. See where it says full frame? That's, I think, what I really need to stay away from. But I do like having a big chip, though. But it isn't working out for me, though. I have the ASI version of this camera. It is a nice camera, but it has amp glow on the sides of the frame, so it's not pleasant to look at. Like, that's about what I paid for my camera I have now. It's a full frame colored camera though. Full frame again. So that's their offerings now, huh? All right, what does ASI have? That's the one I have right now. The ASI camera I have, not the one I'm using tonight. It's the same. The camera I'm using tonight is essentially the same as this one, but just a different manufacturer. Same sensor. ASI 294 MC Pro color. Yeah, that's the one I have right there. This is the 2600. So this is one I've been thinking about. Zero amp glow is important. 16-bit sensor. 80% percent peak quantum efficiency. APS-C sensor size. Same as a DSLR camera. That's like the normal, not full frame. 26 megapixels, 3.76 pixel size, which is what I have right now. See, this is amp glow. See this stuff coming off from the side? This is what My 294 has. If I did like a 5-minute exposure, it would have all of this. And then you have no amp glow. But it looks like a dirtier sensor than this, though. It's clean. That's cleaner black. This is like a lot more noise. So it's above 80% and everything but blue. Blue hits 80%. Thing is, because of the backspace, you see it says 17.5 millimeters from the sensor to the edge of the thing. I need to make sure. See, I would have to add a spacer or something. I would have to do something because of having. You have to have the correct backspacing, or you can't focus very well. And yes, I would have to get an off-axis guider for it, which is what that is. But it would solve more problems than I have. Like it would be an upgrade. So this is, what sensor is this? They say again, or did they? It's the IMX 571. So if I go back here, this is the IMX 410. Let's go back to these, all these right here. 193, 071, 571. They're not saying here. Oh, right here. It's this one. Right there, IMX 571. So if I did this camera, what it would do is it would allow me to keep all the accessories that I have. So I wouldn't need the color filter wheel or off-axis guided. I'd need this one, the QHY268C for $2,099. Yeah, so I got to sell my camera, and then this is the one I want. Pixel size is the same I have. It's an APS-C sensor. I don't have any of that vignetting. USB 3.0 port. What I give up is easier software to deal with. But I have my other ASI camera that I could use when I want to do nights like tonight instead of doing this. All right, so let's clear all this, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Clear all this, right? And then I'll come back here. This will conclude tonight. I don't want to go very much further. I'll grab all these, and then I'm going to hit this, let it do its thing, and I'll go back to browsing the interwebs. I need to see if anyone's willing to purchase my camera. Telescope interface, M54 and M48. Okay. Oh, this one has a humidity sensor if it's the monochrome. But the color does not have a humidity sensor. Let's go back and compare it to this one. Yeah, this is the one I would go. I think I would just change over to ZWO. I like their drivers better anyway. Okay. I just have to get adapters to change out my imaging train. But I just spent so much money on a new mount that, if I'm being honest, if I can get some money back by selling my bigger, better camera. Is it done doing the stacking? Okay. Can zoom in a little bit. And let's see, warm camera. Rack park mount off. Histogram is on auto. Noise reduction. Brightness, bring brightness down a little bit maybe. A little bit of contrast. Now you can see the color modeling. This all disappears if you use, darks, which would be this folder up here, that folder, flats, and bias. We can add all those in. It fixes so many of the problems. All of this weirdness, all this stuff over here, all disappears. But, okay, I think with that, I'm going to call it for the night. It's 12 o'clock a.m. I do have to get up and do things, and I have a live stream tomorrow night regarding some Asian cinema. Yes, I want to quit. So, and I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I'm not going to go any further with this. So, equipment, camera, disconnect. Focuser, disconnect. And I might go ahead and tell it to park. Make sure it's actually parking. It looks like it is. Okay. Got to go out and throw a cover over it so it doesn't get superheated in the morning. Okay, it's parked. Close. Yes, I want to. Oh, did it? Yeah, okay. Close that. And I'm out of here. So, all right. Anyone who happened to stick with me out for the whole thing, I do appreciate you coming by. Yeah, Dave's Astrophotography. Hey, David Rocket, how you doing? Came in late. I'm heading out. It's midnight. Good night. ASI, I think is the way to go. I think it's the way to go because I like their drivers. I like their software. The QHYs are better built, like hardware wise, they are actually better built camera. It is just that in this instance, it's like I can't win with my imaging tray not having vignetting because of stuff in the way. And I spent way too much money on getting not just precise parts adapters, but I also went to Bader and I got their SV70 70 millimeter inside. It's like it's an enormous amount of space on the inside. There's no reason for vignetting except when you get all the way down to where the off-axis guider is and where the filter is, because you have to have the off-axis guider in front of the filter. So I have the camera, then I have filter drawer, a Bader filter drawer, and then I have the off-axis guider, and then all that stuff. And that's where the choke point is, because I think it's the off-axis. Well, it can't really be the off-axis guider. There's something there, but the smallest thread that I have is M54, and it's way back towards the camera. So really, there shouldn't be an issue, but you can see that there is. Full frame cameras are just the bane of my existence. I need to shrink in. I need to go back down because the QHY 16200 that I have. Let me see if I can quickly find that. All right, so QHY 16200A. It's an APS-H sensor. And I don't have any vignetting with that. And it's a pretty big sensor. That is the camera I have right there, the exact camera. what you saw earlier on my video from my observatory. So yeah, an APS-H would work, but I already have this camera. There's no point in getting another one of those, because this one's the one that's going to be on my Edge HD out there in my observatory. So if I'm gonna have something at home, I need something kind of fun to play with. The QHY600C camera, which is what I have, is twice the cost of the one I just showed you. And because, as you can see here, it says back ordered, like nobody has them in stock. You know, I feel like I can downgrade on the chip size, because really that's all I'm losing is the chip size. So, and I gain everything else back. So, all right, with that, I'm going to close this thing out. You guys all have a good night. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. It helps me. I'm trying to get to bigger numbers. I will eventually be monetized and be able to do all kinds of fun stuff with that, and do giveaways and all that kind of jazz. So I will see you. I'm a little bit low energy right now, and try not to talk too loud because everybody else in the house is asleep and I don't want to wake anyone up with loud noises. So I'm kind of whisper talking. With that, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night. Let me see if I can do any kind of an outro. Do I have an outro here I can do? Let me see. What can I do? I do not have an outro. Oh, wait. I have default graphics turned off. Okay, maybe I have a default one I can use. Let's see. What can I do? I'll do whatever the heck this is. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to click this button and then end the stream.